the sports you do and don't know, both within and surrounding Baltimore. Don't ask him about preseason games, oh no, stuffing things in Griffin Basso. Despite it being on the internet, he can call it what he wants, so Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio. Duke sucks.
Good morning. It is a Would You Rather Wednesday edition of Glenn Clark Radio. I'm Glenn. He's Griffin. Of course, if it's a Wednesday, that means a guy. Drew Forrester is here with us. Good morning, Drew. Dynamite. There he is. Now, what is the plan now?
I believe it's all. I believe it's up to $0.
We should look into considering larger fines for these situations.
Oh, he had some reading material. That's what was taking him so long in there.
We've got it. This is another thing. Whenever there's a new print issue of Press Box, and look, we're very excited about the new print issue of
You
Press
gotta
Box.
open it up for me.
Go pick it up at your neighborhood highest.
What are you eating?
These
Store.
pretzels are good.
You can go get it
Leah
right
made
now.
those, yeah.
I'm
On
glad
the
you
cover,
guys.
on the cover, Jim Smith.
Yeah, I'm glad you're featuring him. He'll be around about another 3
Don
weeks.
Marcus.
Hit
What,
the
what,
football.
what do you want us to talk about right now? What do you want to put on the cover? You name something pleasant to put on the cover.
Zach Orr?
Okay, there you go. Go get that right now. Don Marcus at the cover story. A lot of college basketball content in there. Go pick it up today. At your neighborhood Highs Dairy Store, read it all at PressBoxOnline.com.
Maryland football.
But this is the thing. Whenever there's a new print issue of PressBox, you have
Keep-
to take
keep
it
it
out
away.
of it.
Hey,
You
look at
have to. Listen to me.
Picture of John.
Take it out of the studio. In fact, take everything out. Like, I don't know if you've ever
Wow.
dealt with ADD kids, but that's what we're up against.
This is what you guys do now.
Somehow, we
It's
gotta
always,
keep them
it's always a
focused.
mental illness with you people.
That's what Well, I don't know what you mean by you people, but I'm staring right at it. What's up with you? What do you have
Oh,
for
good.
us today?
You know, Rush is coming to D.C., so I'm excited.
I thought you were already going to see him like in Ohio.
I'm going in Cleveland. But I'm also going to D.C.
How much money have you spent so far on going to see Rush next summer? When it's all said and done, between tickets, flight, hotel, when it's all said and done,
And it,
how many American dollars will you be spending on Rush next summer?
1,500?
Doesn't seem.
Yeah, doesn't seem crazy, right?
No.
Now, this is
I mean,
Per show?
yeah.
No, I don't know.
Do
1,500.
you- I don't know how this works when you
I don't
travel.
have the money.
Right, I understand.
I mean,
I
I am
understand.
broke like almost every other person in the country.
Do you have to discuss it with Mrs. Forrester still, or
Here's the good news about that.
have
She-
you?
No. Well, the answer is no. But the good news is the way you phrased the question. Do I have to?
Right.
That's the way you phrased it.
Right.
What you should have said is, should you?
Well, I know what the answer to that is. I understand that part.
The good news
I'm
is she
saying-
doesn't really like Rush, so that
Right,
is
so-
good news.
So you don't have to double the price.
Well, no, and also, and so when I say Rush, she's always like, I don't care. Oh, okay.
Right, but does she know how much you're
All right, so anyway,
spending?
Ravens are what? But
Wait,
Bears?
Wait a second.
No, she doesn't care. She knows I have good judgment.
Well,
Oh man.
boy.
So I was when the tickets first went on sale. I think I told you right. I was 89,000. I got all the way down to 47,000, and then the
You
thing
mean
came
in
up.
the queue, not the
Yeah.
price.
No,
in
no,
the
no.
queue.
Yeah, the thing came across the screen and said, "Bad news. Tickets are now limited for the venue in which you're interested in," which is code word for
Yeah.
you're not getting in.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine did get in. But we'll try the same trick next week in D.C.
Wait, you haven't gotten that?
DC's next
they
week.
don't
Goes
go
on sale
till
next week. They just added a bunch
What's
of shows.
your limit? Like, this is fascinating to me. What's the number at which you say, I want to be there, but I'm not doing it?
Oh, what's my limit for
Because here's what I would tell you.
That's a fair question. What's my limit?
When I had never seen the Stones,
Okay.
and I assume they're all going to be gone in the next couple of years.
Ron Wood. I mean, Keith Richards, 124 years
I
old.
understand that. And looked like hell, but that was part of it. I said if he looked good, it would have been a problem. So last summer when they toured, and they
What's
played
amazing
Philly,
is
I had said I'm willing to pay up to $500. That's my cutoff.
okay.
And then a buddy of mine who was getting the tickets for me because I was doing the show said, "Hey man, screwed up, paid $650 a piece for him." I said, "I don't have $1,300."
Yeah,
to
but you
spend on
had
Rolling
1,000.
Stones tickets.
You're not really spending 1,300. You're spending 300.
Thank you. That's the math that I'm looking for.
But
That's
that is the
best way to
math.
explain it
You
to
were
the
going to
supplier.
spend $1,000.
I was going to do that at the limit. Like that was
Okay.
the hope being I was going to get 2 tickets for $600.
Well, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, well, it would have. It would have sat me up.
But here's one of the things about life that irritates me, that drives me crazy. I have a very, very good friend of mine who's battling cancer,
Okay.
and somehow Keith Richards is still alive.
That is a good point. I don't know. I don't. And by the way,
Explain it.
when's the last time you heard about him having a health problem? When's the last
I mean,
time someone
it's
said
been quiet.
Keith Richards is really struggling?
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
worried
Ace
about him.
Frehley just died at
Correct.
73,
Right.
and he was fine.
Yes. Keith Richards. What was your line that you used? Drugs quit him.
Cocaine called him and said,
I'm out. Tap. I did everything I could. All the work that I could possibly do.
cocaine called
here.
Keith Richards and said, no mas.
There's- You win. You win, dog.
We thought we could beat you.
I'm out. I'm going to rehab.
We thought we could beat you. We'd go to rehab, but we're not a quitter.
Nope.
So the answer is, and this is different for.
So yeah, what's the number?
So I'm fighting this internally because I do have a number in golf, right? And I'm fighting it internally.
Wait, like to play golf?
No. Like same thing. Like Sawgrass. A friend of mine earlier in the summer asked me to go down and play TPC Sawgrass. I've never played it, and he's like, "It's 1,500," and I said, "1,500 for what?"
All in, or
And he
to
said,
get on the course?
"It's 1,500 for 2 rounds of golf and a night of hotel. One of the rounds being at Sawgrass, the other one being at the other course."
So that means you're really going to pay $2,000 when you have to fly and you have
Yeah.
to get food.
But
and
when I broke it down, it's $750 or whatever for Sawgrass, and I'm like, I'm just not doing it. I'm just not.
you'll live.
So then I went down on Saturday.
Right.
No. I didn't go. So I do have that kind of thing for golf. And I don't know what my number would be for Augusta.
To play.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this possibility doesn't exist.
Did Kevin ever get picked? Did he get to play?
You
they
know, I
pick,
don't
like,
I don't know
first
the
media
answer to
every
that.
year, they
I
get to
don't
play
I don't
on
know
the
the
day.
answer to that. I also think that when that happens, you almost sign an NDA with them.
That you don't talk about?
Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
definitely know people that have talked about
But I don't think they talk about it right away.
Okay.
I don't think you could take
Okay.
pictures and post them that day and say, I'm here at Augusta.
Okay.
But I don't know what my number would be for Augusta. But the other issue is I've seen it before. So I've been there. I don't have any crazy desire to play it. I've been there. I've seen it. Like, I've walked it. I've just never played it.
Right.
But playing it's fleeting. It's 4 hours. It's done, right? But I don't know what my number would be if someone called me tomorrow and said,
So this is the longest way to not answer a question that I've ever heard in my life.
because I'm really thinking this
Are
through,
you
like,
running for Congress?
what would I
What do you-
pay?
what
Well,
is
the
going
current
on?
people in there, I could run it better than them. All the Democrats.
Oh, yeah, that's who's running Congress at the moment.
If I have become a seat snob, so
You're not going to sit in the upper deck.
I'm
I
not.
got it.
I'd pay $1,000 to see them.
And that's your limit. When somebody says it's actually going to be $1,500, you say,
I'll go to the seats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right. Give me 3 of them.
Yeah.
But again, the reason I would do that, I wouldn't do that for Bruce. I could have gone to Broadway. I could have gone to Broadway. $179 train ticket, $750 face value ticket. I got it. Someone in town, a fairly well-known person, in fact, had tickets and said, "Would you like to go? I know you're a Bruce fan." Yeah. What is it? $750. Okay. $149. We'll go to dinner afterwards. Blah blah blah. And I just couldn't pull the trigger on 750 to see Bruce on Broadway sing 10 songs, tell me about why he sang Thunder Road and some girl broke up with him. I know all the stories.
Right.
And I also knew I was going to see Bruce again. This is it for Rush. I'm never seeing them again.
Okay. So you're spending as much.
I'd pay $5,000. No, I'd pay. I think I'd pay $1,000 if I got good seats to go see
It's
them.
like Lucy's actually not going to college.
And that's correct. And also part of this is, you, and I'm not saying you're asking this with intention, but you're asking a 62-year-old person this question.
I understand that as something different.
It wouldn't. There's no music group in your. I don't think. And I mean, I know you pretty well. There's no music group in your life that at your age. What are you now? 40.
I'm 42.
You're 42. You look good, by the way.
Everybody's saying that.
There's no music group in your life at 42 yet that you feel that way about. I don't think.
I don't know what
that I do.
That has been such a significant part of your life.
Well, that's been such a significant part
And
of my
you're-
life, and
and
also
you're worried.
as I'm getting older, I'm also realizing I'm on the 13th
Right,
hole,
right.
and they're on the 18th hole.
Right. And so
You don't have that yet, but you will someday.
No, you're
Well, when
right.
Madonna's
That's a
79,
great point. Is
You
she
know.
not 79?
I don't know. She looks like she is,
Right.
but you'll have that someday. I think you might have that with OAR someday. I don't know.
No, not that. It's funny. This
And you
is-
also have to be into music. Well, and I know you are.
Yeah.
You also have to be into music to have this sort of revelation. Some people, I have friends that really aren't into music at all. They just put on whatever's on, and whatever's on,
Like,
they
I'll give
listen
you an
to.
exa- I was a huge YouTube fan. I still am
Okay.
a massive YouTube
Okay.
fan. So I could see that at some point when you realize when Adam or Larry passes away, and you realize this really is it, because I haven't gone in years.
Right.
For the exact same.
Are they
reason.
still putting out music?
Yeah, they do. It's not very good.
Okay, but I mean, they're still putting out an album here or
do,
there.
and they do tours still.
Wouldn't you maybe feel that way about Dave Matthews, or no?
Man, I don't know.
Or you're not a Dave Matthews junkie?
Not anymore. But that's a more complicated conversation.
Okay.
I would say. That
Okay.
I don't want to.
Because I probably would also feel. I would also feel the same way about
I
Dave
would say
Matthews.
at that point, we went to the Merriweather show this year, but it was my buddy and I saying, "Man, it's been 15 years."
Yeah, but
when did he play the Baltimore Arena?
What
What year was that? That was the
12,
last time-
13?
Yeah, that was the
14?
last time we had gone to a Dave Matthews show, and he and I were just talking, and we're the same age, and we went and saw him 70 times when we were kids. We said, let's go. Let's do it. Let's make a fun weekend
Okay.
out of it. We'll go to an Orioles game. He drove down from New
Okay, I
York.
don't know that I know the story, so keep going.
We did the whole thing. And
Okay.
it was good, but you
But he's
realize-
lost his fastball.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what it was.
The band's lost their fastball. He's lost his fastball. It's become more of a ritual
Right.
for them, right? We go on the road.
That's what we do.
We go on the road in the summer, and where are we going? When are we at Merriweather? Like it's
And it was
just
still good.
When
It wasn't
are we at
it
Red
wasn't like
Rocks?
They were bad, but you're
Right,
it's-
but-
it's
but he's
not
lost
what
his
it
fastball.
was. So to the point, I probably will go another decade without seeing Dave Matthews, most likely. But to your point, when I realize this might be the end, this might be it. Yeah, I could see myself saying, "All right, it's time to go back and experience that one more time."
I also think, and
It's
this
so much better than talking
this
about the Ravens.
oh for sure. This could be segued. This probably could be segued into sports a little bit more so with broadcasters, I think, than with athletes. But I'll table that for a second. Dave Matthews is one of the very few musicians that I like more than the music. Does that make sense? I really like Dave Matthews as
Yeah, there's an inherent
as a person.
goodness,
I
he
think
just-
he's an
he
awesome
just
guy.
Wants people to get along. And
I don't know that I like Bruce as a person more than I like his music.
That's an interesting take. I get it.
I don't. Bruce is kind of an awkward guy. I don't
Talking
know that if I was in a bar in Audubon somewhere or Point Pleasant Beach and Bruce stumbled in, I'm not so sure that would be fun.
Did you go see the movie? Is it
It's
out
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Or Friday. I got
Friday.
tickets to all the shows.
Of course.
Um,
That's why I can't
It
find
looks
any.
so bad.
it looks
God,
bad.
it's terrible.
Okay.
Jeremy Allen White.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see. I am interested to see
It's gonna be same as the Bob Dylan movie.
for
right?
a junkie. I'm interested to see what impact it has with me.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, right? Like
I will say this: his commentary recently on it uplifted me a little in terms of interest. He spoke about I don't know if you saw the interview where he said the question was how much editorial content did you have?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I only exercised one moment of editorial content control. And I thought this was really interesting. He said the original screenplay and whatever you want to script portrayed my relationship with my dad in an unfair way to him. I was as much of a dick to my dad as he was to me.
Okay.
And the original screenplay had that out of balance. And I wanted to be fair to my dad. And therein lies, this is what happens in your life, right? You're 20 years old and you think your dad's a prick and you know more than him.
Yep.
And when you're 75 and you've gone through the cycle with your kid, well, no, it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. But when you're 75 years old like he is, and you're essentially agreeing to a cinematic biopic of yourself without you playing it, right? Like I'm letting someone else play my life.
My story, right?
I want to make sure it's done right. You come to the realization of I could let that go like that, and I could let people think my dad was really a prick. But I was
I'm
too.
not gonna do that, right.
I thought that was pretty cool of him.
All right.
So I'm anxious to see the movie.
All right. I am. I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
Well, yeah, I think you got to be.
It would look really because I watch all that.
It would be like a Mick Jagger movie coming out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any interest in it.
No, but it's not even that because I like Bruce Springsteen. That's where you're forgetting that.
Okay.
I like music biopics for the most part.
You,
I do think
you know the ending.
Yeah, I also think.
Well, no, you do know the ending.
Know the ending, yes. I also think they've gotten formulaic. I don't know that. I think now it's just musician. They come up with some story. The idea that I hate the part in the trailer where they're like, we can't play this on radio. Like that just seems so.
You got to cut 2 minutes out of it.
Forced and fake.
Right.
And
yeah. It's like the
like
Howard Stern movie.
My God, what a.
It's like the Howard Stern movie. Like you can't say the N-word, Howard.
Right.
I've been saying it for 20 years on the air. Yeah.
Yeah, but not this time.
Yeah. Right. Like I mean.
Anyway, and I also just don't think that Jeremy Allen. I think he looks like Jeremy Allen White. I don't think he looks like Bruce Springsteen. I think that's my biggest problem. It looks like Jeremy.
Did Timothy Chalamet look like Bob Dylan?
More because of at least the sunglasses helped.
Dude, Val Kilmer looked just like Jim Morrison.
Did. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, it was almost. It was almost. Now I was a Doors junkie, right? That might have been the best movie I've ever seen depicting someone that wasn't someone. Like Val Kilmer looked. Acted, I know maybe he just smoked weed the whole time, but he was Jim Morrison. He was so good. Like the guy in the Elton John movie was good.
He was.
He was good.
He was very good.
He had the whole.
I did not think
Freddie Mercury.
Rami Malek was,
right. Agree.
I cannot believe.
Totally agree.
I was like, what?
Totally agree with that. But the other thing about the Springsteen movie that's wonky, and you joked about it, but it's true. Like we all know Bruce's story, even if you're not a Springsteen junkie. Grew up on the beaches of New Jersey, chased girls, drank warm beer, fixed cars, hated his dad, didn't want to go in the military, picked up a guitar, learned how to play it, wrote this Gift from God album that, still stands the test of time. Like we know what's Freddie Mercury's life.
Well, AIDS is
no,
a big part of it.
but you, I guess.
Oh, do you know his upbringing?
What was his life?
I don't know.
No idea.
Right.
So the movie is a little bit relevant. What's Elton John's? He's Reginald Dwight.
Right.
But what do you know?
Not much.
What's David Bowie?
Yeah, these are fair things, right? You know far.
You already know the Bruce story.
For the most part, because he tells stories all the time.
Right.
That's all he ever does.
Right. So that's why I don't think it appeals to anyone outside of his world. And yet the irony is, it shouldn't even appeal to me because I know it all.
You know it all. Exactly right. Exactly right. All right.
I do know it all, by the way.
I do. That's a great point.
I mean, pretty
Not
much about
everything.
everything.
I understand. I knew exactly what you were saying. Trust me. I knew. The Ravens have solved all their problems, Drew.
Lord.
No problems anymore.
Who'd they get today?
No ping pong. There's no ping pong. So they've solved all of their problems.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, because, I would say of all, what was your, on a 1 to 10, 1 being you thought it was awesome, 10 you thought, 1 being you thought it was horrible, 10 being you thought it was a great piece. What was your opinion of the Sun paper piece?
Didn't do much for me. I thought it was well.
5.
I don't even know that it was a 5. This is the problem. I think it was well reported. I think they had lots of sources.
Do you think they had 25?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you?
They had 25, but
I don't think they did.
I don't think they had 25 players. They didn't say they had 25.
No, I know.
They
But
had
no one cares
25
about the janitor.
Sources.
But right.
And I think that some of them were relevant, right? Like, I think that there were lots of things that didn't need to be anonymous.
Well, any player that spoke to them was relevant because they all come from different perspectives.
Right.
If you talk to, just make a name up. If you talk to Falale or whatever the hell his name is, he's in a unique position because he's playing. If you talk to some dude who's not playing but thinks he should be playing, he's got a different perspective.
Sure.
Right? I thought one of the more relevant pieces of the whole thing, I thought it was fine. I thought it was, in general, I thought it was much ado about nothing.
Yes.
It was a lot of fluff in there. Didn't need to be nearly as word. It reminds me of somebody else I know. Didn't need to have nearly that many words. But I do think one of the more relevant pieces of it was the removal of all of that stuff after they lost to Kansas City.
But why is that relevant?
Because I think it shows an air of desperation on the part of the coaches that if not for that story, you otherwise wouldn't have known.
Well, I mean, ironically,
no one knew about that.
I mean, like, the reporters are in the locker room, so they've seen it before. They've just
But no
kind
one
of
talked
chosen
about it.
not to talk about it for whatever reason, to me, which speaks to kind of how innocuous it is. That
I'm not saying it's a big deal, by the way.
Yeah.
I think if you're a professional athlete and you can't play asteroids anymore and that pisses you off so much you can't play, I probably don't want you on the team, frankly. But I think what's interesting is why it was done.
Yeah.
Remember Randy Monroe made the UMBC kids. Remember they were losing all those games.
But
and
that works there. That works at UMBC.
I'm not saying this is going to work.
And that's
I'm just wondering why it was done.
Like
what are you doing?
I think in their minds they think they're sending a message.
I would go back and say, in hindsight, was your mistake that it was there in the first place? Like, I would almost make that argument.
These are millionaires that you're dealing with. If they want
Understand.
to bring in, and if let me make this.
I do understand that.
Unless what we're talking about is a scenario where, for some reason, the Ravens now govern the locker room, where they can tell you you're not allowed to bring these things in. If these guys want that stuff in there, they have the right to just say, "I'm going."
Do you think that's the case?
My own. I can't. I couldn't imagine it not being the case.
You think in the CBA, it's worded as such that the players can
This is their space. This is the eternal. Remember how?
That's interesting.
Do you remember?
I don't know
if
that's
you were
true,
there.
by the way.
Do you remember the rookie? It was his rookie season or his second season. John Harbaugh barging into the locker room and how infuriated the players were about that, because the facility locker room is supposed to be for them. This is our area and our time. This is not for you. This is not. You don't get to govern.
Well, how do
this.
they take that stuff out then?
Because they were the ones that had supplied it. They were the ones that put the hoop.
I'd be pissed if you took asteroids out.
Yeah,
I mean,
get
you-
it, right?
you can take-
you still to this day
take
spend
Pac-Man out if you
hours
want.
playing, right? Yeah, but
Lord only knows how much
Burger
I spent
Time
on
is not-
asteroids.
We're not getting rid of Burger Time. I know that much. If these guys want to bring in their own Nintendo Switch or whatever it is, what are they? Is it the Switch?
Yeah, we still use
Well,
Switch
Switch 3.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. My
It
kids.
might be a Switch 3.
I always call it something. I think I might call it the DS or something, and the kids are like, "What is that?" And I'm like,
They don't even know what a DS is anymore, man. That's what I had. I had the
never
DS.
had it. They have a Switch. So if
I think it reeked of desperation. If the story's true, and I'm not saying, I say that it sounds like I'm hinting that it isn't. That's not what I'm saying. If that story's true, that they lost to the Chiefs, and the next Monday they came in and that stuff was all gone.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, man?
It sounds like some high school.
Like, what are you doing?
And I don't think that I just don't think it works. I think the
But
only
but
thing
what
that
are you
it does
trying?
is
What are you trying to do? What are you saying? Like, what are you doing?
you're trying to.
Are you
get
trying to
their
say we
attention.
need?
That's what you're trying. You're trying to say.
Okay, and do you? And so here's what I would say
Mhm.
to that, because I like talking about this because it does bleed into coaching.
You're trying to figure out what you're going to do in the locker room.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you're trying to get their attention. I'm not disagreeing with you, but if that's what you're doing, you're trying to get whose attention? Who are you trying to get? Make it up. If John were sitting in here, the doors were closed, and we said, "John, what are you doing?" He would say, if he said, "Dude, I'm trying to get Roquan and I'll making up names, Marlon's attention," I would say, bring him in, close the door, and tell him what you feel. Like, taking the games, taking ping pong away from them. Like, if you want their attention, don't play them.
What's the actual benefit of taking away the locker room toys?
Just
they're
don't
still
play
be
them.
sitting in the locker room.
There's only.
They're not going to suddenly say, "I tell you what, let's go spend more time on the field."
Yeah, it was weird.
they're-
There's only one way, and now I do think there aren't very, very, very few comparisons to high school sports. There are very few comparisons to amateur sports, if you want to consider college amateur still. There are very few comparisons to amateur sports and professional sports, but this one holds true. The only way to really get to somebody is to stop their playing time. That's the way you get to them. Now, at the professional level, they're still getting paid, and in the back of their mind, they might say, "I don't care. I'm getting paid." But that's not what they say. In reality, that's not what they say. When they're standing on the sideline with their helmet under their arm and they're not playing, that's an embarrassment to them. No matter what any of them say, and no matter what they try to rationalize, it's an embarrassment.
I don't disagree with
And
that. But that's
if
why
you
I
want to
don't-
get to them, don't take their asteroids
but
away.
I don't know.
Now,
that
the problem is, here's the problem. Roquan, you're going to sit out because you're not
Right,
trying
but-
hard enough. Marlon, you're not going to try. And then you lose 44 to 10.
Right, 'cause the
and now
players that you have are
now
terrible.
you're getting fired.
Or you don't even have those players on. By the way, we pointed out Roquan and Marlon Humphrey. They were both hurt. So these are even.
No.
Like,
I'm
but
just
what
saying
I'm
in
is
general.
I don't know that this was targeted for some specific player.
It might not have been.
As much as it was targeted for, we've got to change everything about the way that we do our business. That it was targeted for the entire group to say, this is a new week. We talked to Jeff Fisher about this last week. Jeff Fisher
just don't-
got
I
off to
just-
a 1-4 start.
I think it was a terrible
And he
look.
said, I wanted to say, I walked in and said, this is a completely new group.
Yeah, no more
completely new
lasagna for
season.
lunch,
No,
no
they
more
didn't
oatmeal.
do that. Said it's a completely new season. We're pretending like none of this ever happened. And here's the other thing. I just put a bunch of beers in the laundry hampers and had the guys lift up and said, we're going to sit around and drink beer. And that's going to be the way that we move on. From this date forward, he went the completely opposite way, which is he gave them more benefits. He gave
Some
them,
of Jeff's coaching looked like he was drinking beer.
at the time,
Yeah.
they were very good.
All right.
As things went on. Yeah, you know. But it's just theatrics. It's performance.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's very performative.
I thought
That's all that it is.
looked
The
very,
idea that
very
somehow
desperate to me.
taking away ping pong tables is going to make guys say, "Oh, you know what? I wasn't worried about the fact that we got our ass kicked by the Chiefs before, but now that I can't have a basketball hoop in the locker room for the 30 minutes that I'm in there, my God, we've got to fix things." It's nonsense. That's not going to change anything. It's just performative. That's all it ever is.
I would agree.
It's performative.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was very, very weird. I mean, again, of all the things in the article, the players whining and bellyaching about the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, like, that's what they do. They're not going to ever say it was my fault. So that stuff didn't really. People are like, "Oh, I knew it. Told you, Harbaugh's also locker room. Monken sucks. They all hate Zach Orr."
But there's really not that in there. There's
there
were
was a
couple,
little bit, but not-
couple,
right.
specifically about the play, the offense. But
Right.
that's about all there was.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you're not winning. And right now, and again, this is two separate parts of the season. You're not winning now because you don't have a quarterback. You're not beating anyone if he doesn't come
to
back.
the point, as bad as it was against the Chiefs, I don't know with Lamar on the field what would have happened in these last two games. I don't know.
Well, they would have won at least one of
I
the
would
two.
think. I mean, the defense
For
is still
sure.
pretty abominable. So like that.
Right,
does
and
become-
L.A. farted around half the game
Mm-hmm.
last week. They could have won 31-3 if they wouldn't have done stupid stuff. Obviously, this is huge, right? I remember I said before, if they lose the next two, they're in big trouble. Nothing good will come out of that article. Nothing good is going to stem from that. And I'm not blaming the Sun. First thing I tweeted right away. Look, I'm not saying the Sun shouldn't have done this. By no means. But what I am going to say is nothing good's coming from it.
Right, but that
the
Sun
team's
has nothing to do with that. Yeah.
correct. That's why I said that. Like, I'm not blaming the Sun, but if you think something good is going to come out of an article like this being published when the team is 1-5, it ain't happening.
But I also don't think that anything bad is coming out of it either.
I think they're going to beat the Bears, unless Lamar doesn't play.
That's
Now, if Lamar doesn't play, it's back to where it was the last 2 weeks. It's 50-50. But if
the
Lamar
reality.
plays and he's healthy, they're going to beat them.
Let's talk about the Bears in a minute. Before we do that, we'll play Would You Rather Wednesday. Would You Rather
The
Wednesday
Bears.
brought to you today by Game Day Men's Health in Owings Mills, Frederick, and Columbia. For me, it's been peptide treatment. For you, it might be that you're low T. It might be that you're dealing with performance issues in the bedroom. It might be that you have stubborn belly fat that just will not come off. 443-264-4454 for Game Day Men's Health in Owings Mills. 443-266-3505 in Columbia. 240-931-3717 in Frederick. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Drew, would you rather number one? I've gotten the answer. Unfortunately, Lamar Jackson will not be playing on Sunday.
Okay?
But he's going to be back. This isn't like, it's going to be all season. He's going to be back the week after that,
I
just not
mean-
quite ready for this Sunday. Calm down.
Sunday is the season.
Calm down. So would you rather, for this 1 week,
Yeah, calm down.
the Ravens do indeed, after his late game cameo, looked inspired,
Calmer than you are.
turn to Tyler Huntley, or they today call up Ryan Tannehill, work out a deal for one game he's going to come play on Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Ryan Tannehill's still alive?
Not only is he alive, he's only 37.
No. Pass. No pun intended. Incomplete. Let Huntley play. Let Huntley play. You're not bringing Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill,
I mean,
what's he going to do?
Like, so the hope is that like we get
Would
like
you
a Joe
pick him
Flacco
out?
like
Why don't you say
sparse
Trent Green?
Sort of. Yeah, because I said Trent Green. He's got to be 52.
Oh, is he?
Right? Trent
I
Green
don't
might be
know.
older than that, actually.
I don't know.
Nah, he's not 50.
I don't even know where I,
I
came
think
up with that.
I think
I don't even know where I came
50.
up with that name.
He's like 48. I'll lock in
He's
48.
55. Bam.
Okay, so he's not 52.
Yeah, you're right.
Griffin
Very
was
true.
right.
Yeah.
Now I'll take Huntley.
What's
I mean,
the
I'll take
caveat?
Huntley.
What's
Like,
the
I don't know what
caveat?
else
We
to
just
say.
sign Tannehill for a one game.
One game. You work it out with him.
Or
you say,
or Huntley.
yes.
Take Huntley.
know.
Like, this is
Yeah,
the
I
dumbest
don't know.
question ever.
Why is it dumb?
We're playing the Bears.
What do you think
Well,
Tyler
Tannehill
Huntley's going
stinks.
to do? Have you seen Tyler Huntley?
Yeah, I'll take Tannehill just because it'd be interesting, I guess.
This is my.
And you guys
my-
are losers.
It's so.
Well, the
this-
Ravens are losers.
This
so.
goes back to the days of.
That's true.
The backup quarterback is just the most.
By the way,
popular
how good
guy
are
in town.
How good was that Mariners Blue Jays series?
It was very good. You're not wrong.
It
very
was
good.
insane.
It was very good. The backup quarterback's just the most popular guy in town. We know Tyler Huntley stinks.
Yeah, but
we have
they doesn't-
gobs of evidence of how much Tyler. Huntley
Yeah, I'm
stinks.
gonna
He
push
didn't
back on you a
actually
little
do
bit.
Anything at the end of
I'm
the
going to
game.
push back on you on that.
How?
Because I don't think he stinks.
He can't throw the ball
Yeah, but he can run.
a little bit.
Neither can Lamar. He's a wide receiver.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Or running back,
Yeah,
right? Not bad for a
great
running back.
point. Great point. He's not like people say. Well, yeah, but he can run a similar.
He's
offense
better than
as-
Cooper Rush.
That part.
Well,
I didn't
actually,
put
so am
Cooper
I.
Rush on the list.
I know I
didn't
had a
put him on the
tryout,
list.
and I'm a 4 on the depth chart now.
This is
I
where
had a Cooper.
Maybe Ryan Tannehill still has some football in him. I know the
I don't
other
think
guy
so.
isn't good. I know that.
I don't think he does.
Number 2, would you rather? The Orioles are going to go with a first-time, unexperienced manager. It's not going to be Scott Service. Would you rather it be Albert Pujols or Ryan Flaherty?
Well, I'm going to just say Flaherty in general. I don't have anything against Pujols at all. Here's what I have against Pujols. And you're going to poke holes in this, I'm sure. I'm thinking out loud here of who's left. Very rarely do great players make great managers.
Well, that part is for sure. Nobody's
Yeah.
debating that. But that's also in part because very rarely do great players
Want to be
become
a manager.
Like,
Right. Right.
It's a
No,
very
I get it.
small sample size.
But I'm just saying there's something about Flaherty's pedigree that makes me say I would rather have him than Pujols. He was a role player. I'm just going to say all the things, right? Role player, lunch pail dude, blah, 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 Dave Roberts light. Right? I think Flaherty, by the way, is getting the job. I really do.
Everybody
I
in
think
baseball
he's getting
seems
the
to think
job.
that. You think he's getting the Orioles job?
I do. I do think he's getting the Oriole job.
Lots of people seem to think that. I still don't know where that comes from. I just don't know why this Orioles group would be so enamored with Ryan Flaherty. These guys had nothing to do with those teams. Mike Elias was not around for that. David Rubenstein was not around for that. I don't know why this group would be so enamored with Ryan Flaherty that they would tilt the managerial search in his favor.
Yeah, I don't know that it is. I do think there's a smidgen of, orange favor, but I think it's more about what he's done in the 7 years since then. I think he's probably been respected. The word has circulated around with the Cubs. Hey, dude was the bench coach. Kid knows what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know.
Flaherty or Pujols?
I think I'll say Pujols. Because I do agree that there is no connection whatsoever with Ryan. I wouldn't mind Ryan Flaherty, but I think because they need to do something different, and Albert Pujols is so out of the box for what this regime has done. Is that I want to see if that can spark something. So yeah, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols in this too. I think they need someone with cachet. I think they need someone that gets these guys' attention. I think
Interesting.
They need somebody that rattles chains.
Oh, okay.
And
I
I
didn't
think Ryan Flaherty has the cachet to do that. I don't think that he comes in with that immediate level of respect.
Yeah, I don't know if Ryan if Mike Elias says this is the lineup tonight. I don't think Ryan Flaherty.
To me, Ryan Flaherty is just the guy that's going to say whatever you say, sir. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that.
Right.
Maybe that's not who Ryan Flaherty is, but I just don't have anything that would say that he could push back in that way, whereas I think Albert Pujols could. That he would have the chutzpah that I'm Albert Pujols. You want me to do this job? I'm not just doing what you want me to do. I'm doing things the way that I think. Now, does that mean he's going to be good at it? I don't know.
I don't know that attitude flies anymore.
In general, I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
I mean, the president may be the only guy that can pull it off because
there is nobody that
we're
can
bouncing
push back
back
on him. Right? We don't have any checks and balances anymore in this country. I understand. Number 3.
Have you seen the price of eggs? You seen the tariff money we're bringing in?
Moderately better.
Have you seen the tariff
until
money?
The courts rule that we can't keep any of it. Anyway,
this guy is out there every day busting his hump.
Have
you seen they're doing construction at the White House?
All right, I know. And by the way, that worth it. If there's one thing that I think we do need as a country, it's a bigger ballroom at the White House.
No
That's
doubt.
the thing that I've been saying for a long time.
Just go ahead and tear it all down. Yeah, but sir, there's pictures in here in history.
Right. No, the hell with
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Number 3, would you rather? Have you heard about this guy's fantasy football league? The winner gets nothing.
Okay.
The winner gets nothing.
Okay.
All of the losers get very specific punishment.
Okay.
Would you rather finish?
Someone in my neighborhood, by the way, is flying a flag right now that says, I suck at fantasy football.
Not bad.
On the front of their house.
I like that one. The second place finisher has to camp outside the winner's house from Thursday to Sunday. 4 full days camping on the front lawn of the winner's house. Would you rather finish in second place, or would you rather finish in 8th place? They only have 8 guys in the league, apparently. What the hell kind of league is this? Last place has to go apply for, get hired at a Burger King, work a full shift, and quit. If you don't get the job at the first one, you have to go find another one until you get hired at a Burger King.
What's last place? Oh, the last
That
place.
is last place.
Okay. What are the other punishments?
Other
I'm a-
punishments include you have to audition for the lead role in a local play.
Well, that'll be fun.
You have to. I do love this one actually. You have to drum on buckets outside Pat O'Brien's in New Orleans until you make $50. Fourth place.
Dude,
That
I
one-
would totally
I like
do
that one. That's why I couldn't put it on the list.
Are you
Everybody
kidding
just
me?
picked that. That
I'd
one's
love to
great.
do that.
Yeah, right?
I don't even need to be in the fantasy football league.
Third place is you have to spend 12 hours in a ski suit inside a very popular bar. I mean, it sounds like it'd be hot, but I don't really know what the
I mean,
second place or eighth place. You camping for 4 days on somebody's lawn, or are you gonna go work at Burger King?
well, I'm a little partial to Burger King, and this is the problem. Am I there for the breakfast shift?
Right. I
Because
think it's whatever they assign you. I don't think you get to choose.
I like Burger King
Quick,
a lot.
we got to take a break, and then we got a guest.
I think I'm going to work Burger
You
King.
got to go work at Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to keep applying. Remember, you
Right,
can
like
get
that
denied. You might have to
seems
go
like-
through
Well,
the interview process.
Yeah, but
like,
I don't have to. And they're going to take me right away.
That's
I got
good.
managerial
Very
possibilities.
qualified.
Yeah, I might have to apply several times.
Yeah, you might be going all over the state looking for a Burger King that would hire you. Plus, once they find out what's in your background.
My background.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Oh, well. And I don't think we're allowed to say it for HR reasons.
Jeez.
Yeah. As you remember, I'm the
the
HR director.
Yeah. I don't know. The camping thing seems like it would take up time. I don't know. Camping, I guess.
Yeah,
I'd
like
rather
you could,
do.
as long as you can bring my laptop and like,
Yeah.
am I allowed to grill? I would need to know a little bit more about that, but we don't get to tell. Like, do I
Is it
have
like
access
you're-
to a
you're
bathroom,
barred?
or am
Sure,
I?
Yeah. Like you're barred from the internet for 3 days. Is that
Right. That
the
if that's the
punishment?
case, then I'm doing the Burger King thing.
Yeah.
If it's just sleeping out in a tent, I think I'll be all right. We'll come back in. We'll preview the Bears. Clay Harbor, former tight end, is going to join us next. Drew's here. Glenn Clark Radio.
The weather's getting cooler, so when you and your family are picking out a place to dine, be it lunch or dinner, let's make it nice and easy. Now, with 2 great locations, the Costas Inn remains your #1 destination. Whether you want to get steamed crabs and the full Costas menu out at the original location at 4100 North Point Boulevard, or sample the complete menu minus the steamed crabs at the new location above the grandstand at the Timonium Racetrack. Costas is your place to go. Check out the website CostasInn.com for a look at the menu, and if you want to plan that crab feast, call 410-477-1975. The Costas Inn.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
The latest edition of Press Box is available now. On the cover, Don Marcus profiles new Maryland Athletic Director Jim Smith, breaking down the challenge he faces in his new role and the unique background he brings to the job. Also inside, Brandon Schwartzberg takes an in-depth look at Orioles outfielder Dylan Beavers. And we meet college basketball players from all the programs around the state before the season gets underway. Press Box is available for free at over 250 locations throughout the region. And starting this month, you can find us at Baltimore area High's Dairy Store locations. Plus, you can read the entire issue online at PressBoxOnline.com, where you can also find great betting advice and the best daily coverage of the Orioles, Ravens, and Terps.
Game day hits different with Live Casino's Big Plays, Big Pays hot seats. Head to Sports and Social on select Sundays and Mondays in October. We'll draw 10 hot seat winners every hour. When the home team scores, we'll double the prize pool. Plus, we'll give away $50 Sports and Social gift cards with every touchdown. Watch and win at Live Casino. At Arundel Mills, must be 21. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Feeling sluggish, unfocused, or not like yourself? It could be low testosterone. At Game Day Men's Health, we specialize in testosterone replacement therapy to help men boost energy, improve mood, and regain confidence. Our treatments, including testosterone cypionate, are safe, natural, and tailored to fit your lifestyle with weekly injections or pellet therapy. Get started today with a free testosterone test and feel the difference. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Game Day Men's Health, where men reclaim their game.
Contrary to what some people believe, I actually like this guy. when he sleeps. Glenn Clark, talking sports.
All right, back in here on GCR as we continue along on a Would You Rather Wednesday edition. Get your responses in at Glenn Clark Radio on Twitter or Blue Sky, Facebook.com/Glenn Clark Radio. Someone who participates is getting a Flock Yeah t-shirt courtesy of Pressbox. Again, check it out at Glenn Clark Radio on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook.com/Glenn Clark Radio. Play Would You Rather Wednesday.
If everything keeps going the way it's going, one of the prizes in a couple of weeks is going to be you actually get to play in one of the games.
It might be the case. Might be the case.
If we lose to the Bears, no disrespect to the Bears, who are better.
Yes.
If we lose to the Bears and then we go lose to the Dolphins, we have to have a contest.
All right. Let's figure out what's going to happen on Sunday.
Invincible? Yeah.
To get a whole. That worked out for Vince Papale. He played in the league for a little while. All right.
I'm not feeling as warm and fuzzy about this one as I was 3 weeks ago.
No, really?
The Bears are better.
I remember.
For sure.
Yes, obviously they're better, and the Ravens aren't good. That's the reality of the circumstance.
Right.
Let's find out how the Bears have gotten a little bit better. Joining us now, he's a Chicago area native. He played in the NFL for a decade, and he's now with CHSN covering the Bears in Chicago. He is Clay Harbor, and he's with us this morning here on GCR. Clay, it's Glenn and Drew here in Baltimore. Great to chat with you, man. Thank you for taking the time for us.
My pleasure. It's a brisk afternoon here in Chicago, before noon, actually, here in Chicago, and we're all excited because the Bears have been winning some football games, surprisingly, 4 in a row for the first time since 2018.
Clay, I'm trying to figure this line out because I expected the Bears to be better this year. I'm a big Ben Johnson believer, all of those things. What is the line between how much better they've really been versus acknowledging there's like 2 1-point wins in there? They've played some really bad teams like the Saints and the Raiders. How much of it is about the Bears and drastic change? How much of that is still to be determined as they play some tougher teams on their schedule moving forward?
It's TBD, but you also got to think about the wins against the Cowboys and the Commanders, who obviously aren't having great years, but they're solid football teams in their own right. And the thing that a lot of people are wondering in Chicago is, can this turnover party be continued, right? If you get 4 turnovers, you're going to win a football game like you did against the New Orleans Saints. You have 16 turnovers. You're leading the NFL. How much of this is by design? How much is it like a little bit luck here? Can you keep rolling the dice and getting these turnovers? So that's the question. There's specific parts of this team that I'm confident in when I watch the All-22, the tape, the run game has really turned around. This offensive line has gelled, and I think they're a top 10 offensive line right now. This defense, this run defense that was porous. You get T.J. Edwards, Kyler Gordon back. You move Tremaine Edmonds to Will, T.J. Edwards to Mike, and they look completely different. I mean, the gaps are getting filled. These running backs or linebackers, are flying around. Jaquan Brisker's coming down from the safety position. The running defense looks good. So there are some spots that look good. What are we still wondering about? We're still wondering about the passing game. Caleb hasn't been consistent. He's had some ups and downs. He's not playing terrible, but he's not playing as good as you would like to see him play, and there's still a little bit of a disconnect in the passing game with him and Ben Johnson. So those are the things that we're wondering about in Chicago, but it's always good to win while you're wondering about those things.
No doubt about that. It helps to work on them when you're winning. The Ravens would like to have that problem. They have the exact opposite problem. Clay, to the point, what is a Ben Johnson offense? Like I think a lot of us were believers in what that union was going to be between he and Caleb Williams. What has he brought? What is different? What is the stamp that Ben Johnson has put on this Bears team?
The overall stamp is just accountability. People thought that Ben Johnson coming in was this, as he said, used to get called by Dan Campbell, snot-nosed computer geek. But he is a guy that is accountable. Everybody's held accountable on that team. If you don't do your job, you're going to get benched. You're going to lose reps. He's a guy that is very stern. He's disciplinarian. He's fiery. And that's his personality that he's kind of bestowed upon this team, which I didn't know what to expect when they signed him. I thought he might be one of those offensive whiz kids. But no, he is a head coach, and they respect the heck out of that guy. As far as offensively, he's got it's multiple. is the best way I can put it. He's going to find a weakness. He's going to try to exploit it. Against the Washington Commanders, he was in 11 personnel 92% of the time, straight 11 personnel. Last week he's in it half the time. They're running the ball out of 12 and 13 personnel, 32. I mean, they were doing all types of different formations last week. So he's going to switch the game plan around to find a way to beat you. If he has to run the ball 30 times, if you think he can pass the ball 40 times, it is going to change week by week. One thing that are consistent, there's going to be a bunch of motion. He's going to use guys to try to gain an advantage in the run game, the pass game. He's going to throw some sort of little trick play at you. He's going to have something in a playbook to where he doesn't like to call them trick plays. But, I still, old school, a little bit like to call them trick plays. But he's going to have something in the playbook that's a little fun for the guys, and he's going to do that. But right now, it is a week-by-week thing. He's going to find a weakness, exploit it, but you can see he's leaning into this run game. His offensive line with Darnell Wright, Jonah Jackson, Joe Tooney, Theo Benedict, who's a undrafted rookie free agent from last year that's now starting, and Drew Dahlman at center has been playing really well in the run game, and I think, that they're going to try to just run the ball as much as possible moving forward.
I know it's early, a couple years in, but it's a quarterback's league. What's the trajectory been for Williams in terms of expectations versus what he's actually delivered?
Yeah, he's been up and down. I mean, he's been up and down a little bit. It hasn't been perfect. I mean, since the Cowboys game, he's got a 75 rating, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hasn't been perfect. Last week was probably the worst game of the season for him. He missed some open targets, missed some open players. His accuracy on the run isn't great right now. He's extended some plays, but he just really can't find anybody downfield. So last week wasn't great. But as far as for the whole season, I think you can see improvement. It's not this big, massive improvement that people want to see, but he's getting better. And he's a guy you can win football games with. Right now, he's not a guy that you can win football games because of, and that's the next jump that everybody in Chicago wants to see.
I thought he was pretty good against D.C. I watched that game. I was impressed. Now they've had some injury issues too, but the Commanders are a pretty good team. You go into D.C. and win now, that's a nice win. I thought, particularly late in the game when he took him down the field and he obviously hit the field goal at the buzzer, I thought he had a nice night.
Yeah, no, he definitely did have a nice night. And, they did go down the field there at the end of the game. Those were all run plays, but he still was the captain of that ship. But he had a solid game. He has, like I said, like this guy's gotten better. He's a clutch performer. He has shown that when the chips are down in the fourth quarter, for some reason, that's when he's at his best. I don't know if it's because more of it's the defense isn't as confusing at that point in time. Usually you're going to see some base fronts, some base coverages. You're going to be in shotgun like he was in college, and he can just go out there and play and not think as much. But I'm not saying he's having a down year. He's definitely gotten better, and there's still, the book is far from written right now on this season, and I think he can still even improve this year. But overall, I think that people in Chicago right now just want to see a little bit more of an improvement. You're seeing a lot of things from Drake May. Obviously, you saw Jaden Daniels last year, Bo Nix, and people just want to see this Caleb Williams thing go a little bit quicker. But I always try to tell them good things come to those who wait. I think the Bears got a quarterback, and they definitely got the right guy at calling the plays and as the head coach.
Clay Harbor with us, CHSN in Chicago, covering the Bears, former NFL tight end. Clay, you brought up the run offense, and I think that's what's really scary to me about Sunday. The Ravens, after losing Nnamdi Madubuike, can't stop the run.
It's our specialty.
At all. Like, he can't.
You guys might run for like 400 yards.
They're asking, based on what you've seen from the Bears run offense, I would assume you think that could be a major advantage for Chicago on Sunday.
After just watching a little bit of Ravens tape, I think the Bears are they're going to run the ball 50 times. They're going to try to. Why test this defensive backfield when,
right.
Kyle Monungai is a guy that you guys probably never heard of. He's a 7th-round draft pick from this year. Rutgers guy, had 1,200 yards back-to-back years in college. His claim to fame is he never had a fumble in over 708 touches his entire college career. But this guy is running hard downfield, has become a great complement to DeAndre Swift, who's just a playmaker, and he's really come alive these last 2 weeks, back-to-back 100-yard games. And just watching this film, I feel like I could make a comeback and play running back behind this offensive line the way they're playing and blocking. The combination blocks, you're becoming multiple. You're running powers. You're running a duo. You're running some zone. You're throwing motion in there. You're doing a toss crack. You're doing a counter. They're just doing so many things, and usually when you have a huge menu like that, you go to a restaurant, you have a big menu. You're not sure you're going to pick the right one. I like a small menu because that restaurant specializes in that menu, but the Bears have done a good job of being able to pick out different plays that they can have success with, and they've done a good job of really blocking it up. So if I were to guess, I think they're going to try to run the crap out of the ball this weekend and try to keep that high-powered Ravens offense, at least when Lamar Jackson's on the field, obviously high-powered, not when Cooper Rush is on the field, off the field. And then just to ask you guys, what's your guys' take? Do you guys think Lamar's playing? Is that the feeling out there?
If he doesn't practice today,
it's not trending great. I
think if he was practicing, Josino or somebody would have already known it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think it would have already – I think we would have known by Monday or Tuesday he was practicing.
And I know somebody – I want to say like Dan Graziano wrote that like he's hearing that it might not be till next Thursday night.
Okay. Yeah, he ain't missing that Miami game.
Yeah.
He's probably already there.
That's true. I will actually – you know what? Let me phrase it to you this way, Clay. Your feelings about – your expectations for this game if Lamar plays versus – if he doesn't play, like how dramatic does your feeling about the game change simply based on Lamar?
That's 100% change. If Lamar plays, the Bears lose. If he doesn't play, the Bears win. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. I think Cooper Rush has shown that he's not the backup that they had hoped he can be. Maybe he can change it around, but it's the way this Bears defense has been playing. I don't see a way that with Cooper Rush at the starting quarterback that they could really do a lot against, this Bears defense. And then offensively, I mean, for the Bears, at least, I think this Ravens defense, like watching some of the film, like this is some of the worst defense I've seen in a long time. I mean, there's gaping holes in the run game.
It's not wrong.
No, it's terrible.
So if Lamar plays, I mean, he's, in my opinion, the best player in the world. So the Ravens are going to win because they have the best player in the world. If he doesn't, I think the Bears win because they can scheme up some things to stop Cooper Rush. Yeah,
but you're also discounting the fact that you guys could be losing 38-20 with 12 minutes to go and still win. Because we have a proclivity for not being able to finish things off.
There's something to be said for that. As you can tell, things are going really well in Baltimore
right
now. Clay, we're
not overly confident here.
We're having an awful lot of fun right now. Clay, what can we plug for you, man? What's going on in your world?
No, man, you guys said it. Just the Chicago Sports Network. We have Bears coverage 5 days a week. I'm also hosting a show called Pro Football Weekly with Dan Hampton, Dave Wanstead, Hub Arkish. It's obviously a weekly show, and then I do a couple weekly segments on 670 The Score, an Odyssey station out here in Chicago. And just follow me on Twitter, ClayHarbs82, for all your up-to-date Bears stuff. We'll be talking a lot of Ravens this week, so looking forward to this game out there in Baltimore.
Clay Harbor, always appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking the time for us. Look forward to chatting again, all right?
No, it's my pleasure. Thanks, you guys, for having me on.
Former NFL tight end Clay Harbor with us, previewing the Bears. CountySports.zone is where you find everything you need to know about high school sports here in the state of Maryland. It's proudly sponsored by your local Toyota dealer and buyatoyota.com.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm kind of not feeling it either way.
Even if Lamar plays?
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know.
This is the way that Dan Graziano wrote it.
I think we could lose 30-28.
Sure,
like we could
score.
The defense
we could score.
The defense is
it's awful.
Horrendous.
It's awful. Dan Graziano said, I don't believe it's a sure thing that Lamar Jackson returns from his hamstring injury to play against the Bears on Sunday. Jackson has missed the past 2 games, and the Ravens have been hoping he could return after their Week 7 bye. But they held a post-bye week practice Monday, and Jackson did not take part in it. I've had a couple of conversations with people familiar with this situation that led me to believe Jackson might miss another game while recovering from the injury and return in Week 9 against the Dolphins.
Here's what I'm going to say. And I know you're going to get pissed off when I say this, and you're going to make this out to be a bigger deal than it really is when I say it.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't playing unless he is 100%. That's not his thing. I'm just telling you.
I'm not really sure what that means.
I'm just telling you that if he's 90%, he ain't playing.
I know as a fact that's not true.
I'm telling you, it's true.
We know that because we know times
He's
when
not
Lamar
playing.
Jackson has played through real injuries.
He's not
so I don't know what that means unique to this. Like that he's not coming back because he's without question
if he
played through real nagging
issues. He's not
issues.
playing on Sunday against the Bears when they're 1-5 if he's not 100%. He's not playing. He's not going to do it.
Okay.
Because he wants to play Thursday night against Miami.
I have.
I also think there's a question: can he play 2 games in whatever that is, 96 hours? I think that's fair, right?
I mean, I think that's a fair question.
Wouldn't you? I mean, all things being equal, I'm certainly not saying that they can afford to lose the Bears game. I'm not saying that. But all things being equal, this game is the most negligible of them all because it's a non-conference. Who cares? You can't lose to Miami. You cannot lose to Miami. Their schedule's kind of a cakewalk. I know the team's terrible, but their schedule's easy. They've got as much chance to win 9 games as Pittsburgh does, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
their schedule's pretty
you're
easy,
basing that
dude.
on the schedule, but you never know when, Pittsburgh's supposed to play Buffalo and suddenly Josh Allen doesn't
right.
play.
I
right?
understand. Right. Correct.
That's the.
But I'm just saying they cannot lose the Miami game. Period. Full stop.
I don't know that they can lose either of these.
I know, but if you said, okay, if I said to you right now, I saw the script, they lose 1 and win 1, you pick 1, which would you take?
Such a tough question. I get that, the only default is
conference
Miami's
record.
A conference team. That's
right,
the only
sure,
default.
Sure.
And so you say that one matters more.
Who do they play after Miami? Cincinnati.
They're at Minnesota.
Oh, at Minnesota, right.
Then they're at Cleveland.
Okay.
Then they have the Jets at home. Bengals on Thanksgiving night.
Okay.
And also Steelers at home, yeah.
Well, Flacco plays, we lose. So, all right. Okay.
So they're going to win 5 games. Just get to that point. Get to that point.
5 and 12.
They're going to win 5
But
games.
honestly, when you look at it, let's pretend they lose Sunday. For whether or not Lamar plays or not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pretend they lose. Now they're 1-6. They fire Harbaugh Monday. And Zach Orr. They're all gone. Monken coaches the team.
Sure.
Now they're 1-6. Then they go to Miami and they win. They're 2-6. They go to Minnesota. That is kind of a coin flip game, right? Carson Wentz stinks.
They might have Kirk Cousins back by then.
Oh, you think they're going to get Kirk Cousins?
Or is it Brosmer? Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's not a real person.
No, it's a wrestler.
Jack Brosmer? Okay.
That's a wrestler.
That's not a real thing. That's an AI generation.
It's a wrestler. That's a coin flip game. And then they go to Cleveland.
Yeah, but if Lamar plays, then they're going to be favored.
They
to
should
win
beat
that
Minnesota.
game.
They're going to beat Cleveland, right? They're not losing to the Browns.
You said that last year.
No. Did we lose to the Browns last year? With Lamar?
Not at home, but
With Lamar?
yeah.
We did. That was different.
Yeah.
And then we got the Bengals game at home,
Yeah,
which
now they're definitely better.
all joking around. Do you really want Joe coming in here on Thanksgiving night and the football gods coming in here for Thanksgiving night?
No,
really?
You don't really want that.
No.
But at the same time, it is a short week. Yes.
Well, he also stunk in Baltimore earlier this year.
Correct, but that was he didn't
We
have
got
Jamar.
that.
He didn't have Jamar.
No.
Chase
I'm
and
saying,
T.
but we
Higgins
got
in
that game out of our system. Meaning, we got the first game back
right,
with
yes.
Joe. Right.
But this is again. I'm not sure what to make of the Bengals yet. Right now, it's one game. We shouldn't overreact to it, but the possibility
Was it Thursday
is,
night?
Yes.
You almost can't count anything that happens on Thursday.
Kinda true. Too.
Honestly.
Kinda.
It's like a makeup game.
I still, my gut tells me that he's going to get killed behind that offensive line.
Totally agree.
That's what my gut says.
Totally agree.
My gut said the Ravens were good this year, so I don't know if I should trust my gut about anything. There is the possibility that he's just figured out, throw to that dude, throw again, throw again, throw again, throw again.
Oh, he's open.
And
Wow.
It's going to work.
Throw him again.
Like, it's this weird thing where he showed up in Cincinnati and he was like, wide receivers? You're allowed to have those?
That guy's pretty good.
Why didn't anybody say that in Baltimore?
That guy's pretty good, the Chase guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
He did an interview with whatever Whitworth and Fitzpatrick's podcast is, and he said
they had one.
And he said I was nervous the first couple times throwing the T and Jamar just because of how good they are.
You want to screw it up?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I get your argument. I do. And this is where, like, if the team says, hey, if there's any risk at all, let's make sure you're back for the following one. I don't know, man.
Well, then they have 10 days off. But the other prevailing thought could be if he doesn't play Sunday and they win.
They wouldn't play him? Get the F out of here. God,
No. I'm not saying they wouldn't play him because the tide has changed and somebody got Wally pipped. I'm saying if he was not physically ready to go this Sunday and they won.
Sure, yeah.
And he wasn't, and you didn't think he could be 100% for Thursday, why wouldn't you sit him again and give him another 10 days off?
But I think that's why we overanalyze this. I really do think that there is the easiest.
Just bench him in general?
No, the easiest definition is: do you feel like you're ready to play football or not? And if you are, then play. If you're not, then you don't until you are. And I just don't. I think we go through all of these things like, well, maybe you sit him this week and bring him back next week.
No. I don't. I'm not saying that at all. Well, I am a little bit.
You are.
I am. No, I'm not. Because I said if he doesn't play this Sunday and they win,
right,
then on Monday you say, are you good? If he says I'm not, you go, okay, no problem.
It's the same thing if they lose. I don't think it makes any difference what they do this week.
I don't know about that. They gotta win one of the two.
I agree. So you're saying play him tell him he's got to play, hold a machine gun to his head even if he's not.
Yes.
Even if you physically can't play, you're gonna play.
That's better than taking away the hoops.
That's a great point.
I'd bring a gun out. You know, we do have the
start-
Second Amendment,
That's a
right?
great point.
Or are you one of those
Start
people who thinks you shouldn't be able to use?
One of those.
You shouldn't be able to use guns.
Well, there are
That's
still-
why the forefathers gave us the Second Amendment.
Great point.
Lamar, come in the room a second.
Exactly right. You see this, John?
Coach, what do you got a gun
This is
for?
Jorge.
What do you got a gun for? You're effing playing Thursday night.
There you go. There you go. Dynamite stuff.
Coach, this is against the Constitution. No, it's not.
Dynamite stuff. Yeah, you don't know the Constitution like I do.
Right.
This is where we're at. This is what it's come to. This is the.
If they don't win Sunday,
Putting a gun to
My
Lamar's head.
God.
if they don't
You're
win
playing
Sunday,
football.
You guys are going to have to.
what's going to happen in the World Series?
The Dodgers are going to win in 5 games.
Which game do the Blue Jays win?
If that.
Which game do the
Yeah,
Blue
right?
Jays win?
If that. Somehow it
Better
gets to
chance that
5.
it's a sweep or that Toronto wins 2.
Sweep. That is, if that's a straight up bet that you're giving me, sweep in a heartbeat.
Snell in game 1, right? Yamamoto in game 2.
Yes.
Drysdale,
that?
Drysdale and
Yes.
Koufax in games 3 and 4.
Don Newcomb.
The way they dismantled the Brewers was
Yeah.
like kind of hilarious.
Score a run, I don't think.
I don't know if this is true, so when I say this, but I think it might be close. I think the Brewers had 12 hits in the series.
Dodgers are still only minus 220 to win the series.
How many hits did the Brewers have in the whole series? I think they had 12.
Yeah, maybe 10.
I mean, maybe.
In the whole series.
They'd do
Find out.
anything.
I mean, what,
At
they-
all.
I feel
Did
like
you
they got
see
3
the
hits each
game?
yeah.
Did you see the Ohtani game live?
I mean, I had it in the background.
I had it on after like the 4th or 5th inning, and was watching it and was like, I remember.
I mean, the
I
hair
remember
was
tuning in, and he had already
When he hit
two
the
home runs.
third one.
When he already hit 2 home runs, and they're like, and that's his 10th strikeout. I'm like, what? He has 10 strikeouts and 2 home runs.
I mean, I've never
and then
seen
he's up the
anything
next
like it.
inning
No,
and
of
hits a
course.
ball 500 feet.
Wait, obviously, we've never seen anything
Did
like
you
it.
think he was going to hit another homer?
No.
I totally did.
Nah.
You just thought at this point, yeah.
I thought he might hit 6. He threw a 100-mile-an-hour pitch, and in the next at bat, hit the ball to San Diego.
Where are you with the
They had 14 hits in this series. The Brewers
Total in
Yep.
4 games.
Where are you with the ruining baseball thing? Where are you with that?
Well, first of all, they haven't won this year. Second of all, they didn't even have the best record in the National League. Now, I get it. They probably
Didn't really try.
didn't try. And they were all about here's what I would say. And this is fantasy land because it really can't happen. It would be like you saying, I want to date Jennifer Aniston.
It
Well,
happened 3 times already.
We all
What are
want
you
to.
talking about?
If they would have had their entire team intact for 162 games, they'd have lost 35 games. Right? If they'd have had this. But they're not, because S happens.
Right.
Do I think it's ruined baseball? No, not at all. I think the Mets paid $350 million for their team.
Right.
They didn't make the playoffs. I think the Yankees pay whatever theirs is, $300 million. They were bounced. The Orioles pay $105 million. They didn't even make it. I don't think it ruins it at all.
I think ruins is obviously the wrong word, and I agree with that part. But I would
say it starts to.
It sucks the joy out of it. Like,
do you really think so?
For me, 1,000%. There was no joy to me.
You can't get them out.
I know that.
You can't get them out.
I'm aware.
Like they kept saying with the Seattle series, Toronto's got to get the 1 through 6 guys out because 7, 8, 9 offers nothing, right? You can't do that with the Dodgers.
No, there's no option.
Every guy on the team
yes.
is, Geddy Lee, like a rock star.
I'm aware. And it takes the joy
I just
out
don't
of
agree.
it.
I think, now I will say this. I do think it starts to resemble wrestling a little bit, how villainous it could get. Like, we all want to see them lose. We want to all – I don't, because I don't really care that much. But I could see where they could become like – there's something about the West Coast, East Coast thing, though, that's interesting. If this were the Yankees and the Yankees had – it just flipped the two teams. Mm-hmm. Take the Dodgers roster, move it to New York. Ohtani's there. It's getting jammed down our throat every single night on ESPN. The fact that they play – maybe it's the geographic issue. I don't feel like we know much about them until they play in the playoffs. I do, and you do because you follow
but it's
it.
also uniquely different for me. I'm never going to watch those shows, so it's never a concern for me what they're really talking about. But what I would say is,
but you would see them here more.
I agree.
If they were the Yankees,
but
we'd hate them.
I do hate them.
No, you don't.
I do 1,000%.
Do you really?
I absolutely because
what's wrong with
I
you?
hate this. I hate that
You've
it's
been to
not,
Chavez Ravine?
It's fine.
Have you played Randy Newman? I love LA.
I do love Dodger Stadium.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's fine.
It's better than anything we have.
I disagree with that.
You're insane.
I disagree with that.
You've been to L.A. before?
Yes.
Name the last time there was a riot.
I don't know if you've heard. It's a crime-ridden hellhole. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
Baltimore?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it because it just doesn't feel like genuine competition to me. It just feels like pro wrestling. Like,
It does smell like that a little bit.
There's 16 guys. Right? You're sending out one guy to face the NWO.
It's the Royal Rumble.
Like
right.
you're going out there. That faction has 16 dudes. They're all going to hit you over the head with a steel chair.
Well,
and
you wanted to be a wrestler.
Maybe the one. That's a great point.
You wanted to be a wrestler.
I just can't. There's no joy in this for me. It sucks.
I don't know, man.
I can't even enjoy
I'm the opposite.
maybe the greatest baseball player of all time because he plays for that
You can't
team.
say maybe.
I don't know if
you can't say maybe.
I can say
nope.
maybe.
No,
I
you
absolutely
can't.
Can say maybe.
No, you can't. Nope.
Yeah, because you have no idea. You think that, but you don't know
Name
that he's
someone who's been better than him.
Babe Ruth. You don't know that he's.
Did you see Babe Ruth play?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, you think the people that walked on the moon was fake?
Oh,
this dude was definitely fake. Nobody that big is that good.
There we go.
Are you sure those are real videos? No.
That's my guy. There we go.
I'm comfortable saying he's
name someone
no
in the modern.
What you're saying.
I'm comfortable.
Dismiss
right,
Babe Ruth.
Course, you can say whatever you want.
Dismiss Babe Ruth.
Say you're the king of Serbia. Say
no
whatever
kings.
the hell you want.
We don't have any kings.
That's a great point. I know.
No kings.
I heard.
They were on Bel Air Road.
Ruth
By the way, they were on Bel Air Road today. At the corner of Bel Air.
Saturday.
No, they're still there.
Somebody was outside of a Channel 45 protesting last night. I didn't know what it was about. Somebody
I honked my horn, and the guy waved. This was such a funny exchange. I was at the corner of Bel Air and Joppa Road. There were 30 of them lined up right there by that diner. I honked my horn. I didn't say anything. I didn't give anybody the finger. I didn't say you guys are nuts. I didn't say way to go. I just honked my horn. And the dude put his sign down like in front of his knees and gave me this incredibly genuine, enthusiastic wave.
Hey, I like it.
Like as if to say, like, you know, we're just out here protesting.
Right.
And the fact that you honked at me made my day.
There you go.
And I said, that made my day.
There you go. Look at you guys
Right.
finding common ground.
Then I gave him the
Look at
finger.
you. Ah, there we are. There we are. How many 10 more seasons?
All right, so
hang
hold on.
Hang on. How many 10 more seasons has Shohei Ohtani had?
How many what?
10 more seasons.
10 war seasons.
At least 3, 4.
Well,
I'll
he's
say
been in the
4.
league 8 years? Been in the league 8 years?
This was his,
I would say 18,
seasons.
19,
8 seasons.
21,
5.
22.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go 5.
All right. How many 10 more seasons do you think? I'm not going to tell you until afterwards. How many 10 more seasons did Babe Ruth have?
They don't count.
How many 10 war seasons did
16.
Babe Ruth have?
He played from.
He played for 100 years. Seriously. He played for 100 years.
From
Watch the videos.
1914 to 1935.
All right, I'll go 10.
The fact that you believe anything
12.
that happened then. Next thing you're going to tell me is women weren't allowed to vote
Great point.
and we didn't have
That's
booze.
a great point.
None of that happened. It only happened when women complained about
Great
it.
point. What do you think?
12.
12?
No.
I'll tell you what, you're going to be disappointed. Babe Ruth only had 9.
Okay,
All
so
right.
10 more seasons.
Otani's had 2.
Shohei Ohtani's had 0.
Oh, 0. Okay.
10 more.
0.
Really?
But no one
Not
cares about
a
war.
10. Great point.
Lord.
I agree. War sucks.
Lord.
Yeah, right.
But let's discount Babe Ruth. Because again, no, I'm saying
Because he's
discount.
not real. I get
In
it.
modern day baseball.
Oh, at that part,
What's
if
his
you
highest
said
war
that,
season? What's Shohei's?
No.
he had a 9 last year.
Oh, okay, come on.
But who in modern day baseball, no one's been as good as this
I
guy.
agree with that part of it.
And is it because of the
What was Barry
pitching?
Bonds' how many wars?
Is it because of the
Yes,
pitching?
Yes. Because he's not better than Barry Bonds as an offensive player. He's a better.
Is he?
He's doing something that no one's done. Yes.
I don't know if I agree with that either, but because I don't know if you know or not, but Bonds use steroids. I don't know if you're aware of
Not
that.
the whole time.
Yeah, I guess maybe not for a while until he couldn't throw that dude out at home plate. And then he said, "That's it." Sid Bream said, "You need to do something.
All right, so
You couldn't-
Bonds
You
only
couldn't
had
throw
3
me out at the plate."
He had what?
3 10 war seasons, but then he had a 9.9, he had a 9.0, he had a 9.7
Yeah.
in there, he had a 9.2.
He's not a better offensive player than Barry Bonds, but he's
Ah.
close, and I give you that he's close.
Does Shohei's war factor in the pitching and the hitting, or was it just his hitting?
It's
Was it
probably
his
just his
offensive
hitting,
war?
but if that's the case, that's the same for Babe Ruth then.
He
Yeah, but
keeps
Babe Ruth
saying
did-
Babe Ruth like he really
He
exists.
keep coming back
But
to
he
that.
didn't pitch. But Babe Ruth didn't pitch like Ohtani does. Like,
Well, he did.
All right. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
100%.
ask you an
Do you-
honest.
like, he
stop.
wasn't like
Stop.
a-
Because I
Yes,
want to
he was
ask
a
you.
regular
starter.
starter.
Yes, he was
for
Yes.
like a couple years.
Yeah, for like 5 years.
Listen to
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you an honest question. This is not.
Did Babe Ruth throw
Nope.
105 miles per
Great
hour like
point.
Shohei?
Great
Listen to me. I'm going to ask you an honest question.
Is it
And I
honest?
got to figure out.
Is it though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
But I got to
honest?
figure out how to word it the right way. But hold on. Listen to me. This NyQuil's really got me messed up.
Yeah,
A
that's
NyQuil
what
and
it is.
that
Blame
gummy.
the NyQuil, yeah.
Yeah. When you mix
the
the
gummy.
when you mix the two of them. When you mix
Why
it.
are you taking it? By the way, it's 12:17. Why are you taking NyQuil?
It's
You
from
take
last
with the
night
Dayquil
still.
or-
All right. So listen to me.
Do my best.
Does it not strike you as odd
Keep coming back to this.
that the best player in baseball from 1914 to 1920 whatever
35.
was 400 pounds?
I agree that it's
So
odd.
no, so stop.
I agree.
Stop. So stop. So stop. When you look at Josh Naylor right now,
Yeah.
what do you see?
You trying to say Josh Naylor's Babe Ruth?
No, I'm asking you.
I see a
when
guy.
you say
Yeah,
Josh,
I mean,
when you see
I
Josh
understand,
Naylor,
right.
what do you
He
see?
stole 20 bases.
Or
right? Like,
or the
stole 25 bases.
or wait a minute, or
That's true.
Alejandro Kirk. What do you say when you see those two?
Of course, you say like that guy doesn't look like he should
Ball
be a
player.
great athlete.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so now stop because we're going somewhere.
are we?
We are.
I'm not sure.
All right, listen to me. I want you to double Alejandro Kirk's size.
No, he's not.
No,
doubling
listen.
It. No.
Let me finish.
No, because you're not. That's not true.
Let me finish. I want you to add 50 pounds to Alejandro Kirk. Hold on.
All right.
And then I want
getting
you, to think about that he hits 55 homers and he goes 21-4 on the mound.
Yes.
I want you to think about that.
Correct.
And then I want you to answer this question.
Yeah.
What would that say about the current state of baseball? If a guy, 350 pounds.
I got a crazier one for
No,
you.
no.
I got a
You
crazy-
can't answer it. You won't answer it because you know I checkmate.
I got
No,
no.
checkmate because you know I got you.
I got a crazier one.
Where's
for you.
Proctor?
You know what Babe Ruth was listed as? You know what he was listed?
Yeah, same as Trump. 239.
215. 215
Well,
pounds.
Barry Bonds is listed as 185.
As soon as same as Trump. Trump said he was 239.
Yeah, I know.
320 if he's a
It's
pound.
amazing how that works. He wasn't.
Well, that was the
morbidly
media, though,
obese,
that
by
did
the way.
that to
That's
Trump.
great. Hey,
Trump didn't say
gotta
that.
leave that poor
the
guy
media
alone.
did.
He's-
Right.
he's
Where's Proctor, by the way? What's he doing today?
probably at Boys Town, if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Probably. Probably getting his nails done.
Stan the Fan, Ross Grimsley, Lou Jackson will
Toenails.
continue to be with you on Mondays, talking. And if you missed this week's show previewing the World Series, you can find
Lord.
it at facebook.com/PressBox
What a
Sports.
day.
It's brought to you by the Costas Inn and the all-new Costas Inn, now open in Timonium. We'll come back.
I've never
in.
seen so many people infatuated with a guy that they don't have proof was actually
Great
around.
point. But you like Jesus.
Yeah, but he was around. Have you read the Bible?
I've read other books, too.
Yeah, but Jesus lived.
Right, but Babe Ruth also lived.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're-
The fact that you don't have video. Hold on.
You want me to believe.
There is video, I think.
The fact that you don't have video of Jesus makes it believable.
Oh, because there is video of Babe Ruth. It's not believable.
Because have you seen some of these videos going around on TikTok?
It's a great point. It's a great point. Total AI. You think that, what's that website, Sora? You think that Babe Ruth was made by Sora?
I just don't know how anybody that big could have been that good.
I understand.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a great
It
point.
was be like Michael Pierce hitting 55 homers.
Are you doubting him? You saying Michael Pierce? Do you see what John Jenkins did last week? You think big guys can't play ball?
What did he do?
He had a strip sack.
Oh, yeah. What's Michael Pierce doing, by the way? You go back to Alabama?
He did.
You're saying this guy's not real, Drew?
Look at that. Look at that guy right there. Look at that. That's definitely
all 200
that's
pounds of
definitely
him.
fake. That's definitely not a real. There's no,
No, that
way.
was, I think it's real. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't know.
boom.
Dude, he had a
All
good
right.
swing.
All right.
We'll give him that.
We'll come back in. We'll get a tidbit. We'll get to you. But are you,
I gotta
you got to
go.
go.
Yeah, I
What do
gotta
you want
go.
to say something?
I got to let Knox out. No, everything's good. I'm just concerned about Sunday. I got a good feeling, though.
No,
I do. I think we're going to score 32 points.
Yeah?
Yep, Bears 51, Ravens 32.
It's Drew Forrester, Drew'sMorningDish.com. Tidbit and Tidbit next.
Oh,
Glenn
man.
Clark
See you
Radio.
later.
Game day hits different with Live Casino's Big Plays, Big Pays hot seats. Head to Sports and Social on select Sundays and Mondays in October. We'll draw 10 hot seat winners every hour. When the home team scores, we'll double the prize pool. Plus, we'll give away $50 Sports and Social gift cards with every touchdown. Watch and win at Live Casino. At Owings Mills, must be 21. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Feeling sluggish, unfocused, or not like yourself? It could be low testosterone. At Game Day Men's Health, we specialize in testosterone replacement therapy to help men boost energy, improve mood, and regain confidence. Our treatments, including testosterone cypionate, are safe, natural, and tailored to fit your lifestyle with weekly injections or pellet therapy. Get started today with a free testosterone test and feel the difference. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Game Day Men's Health, where men reclaim their game.
The weather's getting cooler, so when you and your family are picking out a place to dine, be it lunch or dinner, let's make it nice and easy. Now, with 2 great locations, the Costas Inn remains your #1 destination. Whether you want to get steamed crabs and the full Costas menu out at the original location at 4100 North Point Boulevard, or sample the complete menu minus the steamed crabs at the new location above the grandstand at the Timonium Racetrack. Costas is your place to go. Check out the website CostasInn.com for a look at the menu, and if you want to plan that crab feast, call 410-477-1975. The Costas Inn.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
Looking for Baltimore's premier waterfront dining experience? Head to Nick's Fish House, located in the Baltimore Peninsula. Enjoy crabs all year long, plus happy hour Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6. Planning a celebration? From rehearsal dinners to corporate crab feasts, Nick's is the spot to make it unforgettable. And the fun doesn't stop there. Live music fills the air every Thursday through Sunday. Check out the full lineup at nicksfishhouse.com. Nick's, it's where Baltimore comes to eat, drink, and play by the water.
Make the most out of every day in your Toyota RAV4. Available in hybrid or gas-only models. A RAV4 can get you where you want to go in style. Check out buyatoyota.com for deals on new RAV4s from your local Toyota dealer today.
Coming back in here with Glenn and the other guy, Garrett, whatever his name is. You know who they are.
All right, back in here. I don't know what down would be. Back
Return
in
to earth here.
Jeez. Back in here on GCR as we're winding down. That's probably what happened there. I wanted to say back in as we're winding down. For a Would You Rather Wednesday edition, continue to get your responses in. Somebody's getting a Flock Yeah t-shirt, and we await. Practice is at 1:10 today, so...
Should we just hang out until then? Or?
Just find a first report. We're like checking all of the reporters. Yeah, the momentum certainly doesn't seem to be on the side of Lamar playing. But hopefully there will be good news coming. And, boy, it would go a long way to lift all of our spirits around these parts. Let's get a tidbit. Tidbit is brought to you today by Project Game Day. Whoever's playing, whatever happens on Sunday, we'll be with you immediately following the game. PressBoxOnline.com/game day.
If Lamar doesn't play.
I understand. We're going to do it anyway. Yeah, Griffin's like, might oversleep, you know. PressBoxOnline.com/game day, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health, 1-800-GAMBLER, helpmygamblingproblem.org, Costa Inn Live Casino and Hotel at Maryland. Come hang out with myself, Rita, KZ, Tyus Bowser, probably Griffin, maybe Stecca, who knows who else. We'll do that on Sunday.
The NBA started last night.
A thriller.
Yeah.
That no one will remember. I don't even know. I think the Thunder won in double overtime.
I'm pretty sure they did. They had.
I know they won.
Yeah, and then Golden State won. Yeah.
Correct.
In that game, the double overtime, the double overtime Thunder Rockets game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had dropped 35 points, extending his 20-point regular season streak to 73 games. 73 consecutive games with 20 points scored for Shai. That is the third longest streak all time. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 guys that have had a 70-game streak, regular season game streak of 20 points in a game.
There's 6 guys
that have done it, that have had 70 straight.
LeBron.
Yes. No.
Kobe.
No Kobe.
Michael Jordan.
Kobe's longest was 63. MJ, yes. 72 straight for MJ between 87 and part of the 87-88 season. 87 season into the 88 season. But yes, MJ. So he was tied with MJ. SGA was.
How about that?
Now passes him. Still 2 guys ahead with a longer streak.
Still 2 guys ahead, and they're not. Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain has the longest consecutive game streak of 126 straight games of 20 points scored between the Philadelphia Warriors and the San Francisco Warriors back in 19. This streak went from 61 to 1963. He also has the second longest streak, 92 games.
All right. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem is on the list, yes. He has 71 straight games for Kareem in 1971 to the 1972 season.
Karl Malone.
No.
I really don't know at this point. Steph Curry.
No Steph.
Oscar Robertson.
Big O as second on the list. So Wilt with 126. Oscar Robertson at 79. So SGA is just 6 games behind Oscar Robertson.
How many more do I need?
We need one more in the top 6 here.
Larry Bird.
Not the Bird.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant
Hey.
also was tied with MJ. So Shai passes him.
There we go.
He defeats Kevin Durant.
How about
last
that?
night at
How
72.
about that?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Welcome back, basketball. We'll see you in 5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I just.
But we
can't
appreciate you being there
possibly.
for us in 5 months.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be fired up.
Especially if the Orioles, don't.
Very fired up in
do
5
anything.
months, but not today. Just not gonna be the day. Here's what's coming up totally tubular wise tonight, and it's depressing. It's brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel. Sports and Social, the best place to watch everything. Big fights, game day atmosphere, unmatched. Sports and Social, just steps away from the FanDuel Sportsbook inside Live Casino and Hotel. Monumental. The Wizards play their season opener. Hell yeah, brother.
That's right. We play.
You play?
We play the Bucks.
That's correct.
And
in
they're gonna
Milwaukee tonight at
lose.
8 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know if I like that bet.
I think we're only like.
Although they
10-point
have like
underdogs.
12 Anacupos on the team now. It's just all they
whole
do, just all
Antetokounmpo family.
Antetokounmpo's family. That's at 8 o'clock. And the Wizards do have now 2 local kids on the team, so I'll be rooting for them. I can't tell you I'm a Wizards fan, but I hope that Cam Whitmore and Bub Carrington have phenomenal seasons.
They will.
That's about it. There's more NBA on ESPN. Cavs, Knicks at 7.
There's no
Spurs,
sports.
Mavericks
Well, we got
at 9:30.
we got weekday Conference USA.
Yeah,
right?
that's what's going
Weekday
on.
Conference
How about some
USA.
non-sports? Anything there?
Not a whole lot.
Oh,
I
good.
did. I think I forgot.
It's okay,
to
because
mention.
everybody's going to be listening to WBAL from
they
7 to
will?
11 tonight
Okay.
anyway.
Netflix has a Who Killed the Montreal Expos documentary.
Oh,
This
right.
was actually last
Who
night.
made that?
I don't know.
Okay. Dynamite.
It's on Netflix though. So
Everything.
Someone go find out.
Everything Montreal Expos related used to be made by or involved this guy Jonah Carey, who was a longtime baseball writer. But if you don't know, Jonah Carey was a wretched person, and we were not aware of that. And so, like, everybody accredited him with like getting Tim Raines into the Baseball Hall of Fame. But then we found out he was a garbage person. So I just kind of wondered who was like picking up the mantle for the Montreal Expos moving forward. But I guess we'll never know.
Directed by Jean-Francois Poisson.
All right, I love his work.
Well, let me see.
Didn't he
what
do
else he's done.
Chocolat?
He did. He did a lot of other French stuff.
All right, then.
I can't pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try. Mob War on Netflix as well. Philadelphia versus the Mafia. It's a mob documentary.
So nothing then.
Season 9 finale of Love Is Blind on Netflix as well.
Again,
Big night for Netflix.
Nothing. Then. Thanks today to Drew Forrester. Thanks to Clay Harbor. We'll get it up in the greatest hits section of the.
Gaten Matanzaro is or Matarazzo. Is that it? Yeah, Matarazzo, the Stranger Things kid.
Yes, I'm aware.
And Mark Messier will be on Fallon.
Tab at GlennClarkRadio.com. Tomorrow on the program, we are starting early, very early, in fact, because tomorrow will be
Thank you for the
our
reminder.
annual college basketball preview show. Patrick Stevens will join us in studio. All of the local coaches will be checking in with us. We do it every year. It's one day. If that's not for you, we'll see you on Friday. I would encourage you maybe learn a little bit about local sports. What a thought. But that's what we're doing tomorrow. After that show, we will do picks. So we'll end that show, and then we'll do a one-off pick segment with KZ. So basketball preview show, probably starting a little bit after 9 o'clock will be when we do that. And then picks with KZ afterwards. So that's the plan for GCR tomorrow. Thanks today to everybody at PressBox, all of our great sponsors and partners, including Game Day Men's Health, Live Casino and Hotel Maryland, CountySports.Zone, your local Toyota dealer, buyatoyota.com, High's Dairy Stores, the Costas Inn, as well as Nick's Fish House and more. Thanks to Griffin at Griffin_Bass. Follow us, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Glenn Clark Radio. Have a great Wednesday evening. Go nobody. Duke sucks.